Ladies and gentlemen, today is... what the fuck is today? Today is September 18th, 2015. I'm Jake Baldino, and I really need a haircut, and welcome to the Friday Untitled gameranx news show thing. We got a lot of gaming news to talk about this week, starting off with Tokyo Game Show. There's a lot of information to cover here, so let's get through it really quick. First and foremost, new Bloodborne. Hooray! I only just barely finished the main game, but sure, why not? I'll take more. Bloodborne: The Old Hunters features 3 new areas, 10 new weapons, and a bunch of new NPCs that can be summoned. It's $20, it's releasing November 24th, and apparently it's as difficult as the second half of the main game. Great. Cool. And Project Morpheus, PlayStation's answer to the Oculus Rift, is now renamed the boring PlayStation VR. Yeah, it's boring, but it makes sense because dumb people don't know what a Morpheus means. So PlayStation VR is very clear-cut and to the point. Good for them. We still don't know when we're going to see this thing. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 has been announced. The jokes really kind of write themselves there. And speaking of Japanese things I don't really know too much about, Persona 5 has been delayed till 2016, but we got a super badass awesome trailer. I have no idea what's going on, but it looks really cool. And in bad news, the Wii U Star Fox has been delayed till 2016. I really hope Super Mario Maker can keep me busy till then because... that's about it. And thankfully, Capcom came out at Tokyo Game Show to celebrate Resident Evil's 20th anniversary. Such a great and glorious day, worthy of celebration, and a great new announcement. What did they announce? A 3 vs 3 indoor multiplayer competitive shooter thing. Why are they doing this again? Okay, do you guys remember Operation Raccoon City? Okay, not the worst game in the world, but definitely not good and not a Resident Evil game, but at least that game had elements of Resident Evil in it, like familiar locations and stuff. This just looks like a boring indoor shooter thing. I'll eat my foot, I'll eat my shoe, I'll eat my mom if this is actually pretty good, but it does not. I'm so pissed. Okay, so that's a lot of the main stuff from Tokyo Game Show. If there's more stuff you guys want to talk about, let me know in the comments below because we can talk down there. But we gotta talk about more Japanese companies, and let's talk about Konami. We've been talking about Konami forever, and now it seems like there's finally some real nails in the coffin. Yes, we knew last year that it seemed like Konami was really just ratcheting down and turning down its AAA game development and focusing on pachinko machines and slot machines and mobile games and all that bullshit. And it really does seem like Metal Gear Solid 5 is its complete last gasp. According to 2 sources, and one of them being Eurogamer, Konami is really officially now ceasing production on all AAA game development titles, other than PES. For those of you guys that don't know, that's Pro Evolution Soccer. That's it. So maybe my fears won't be realized, and maybe Konami won't drag Metal Gear through the mud without Hideo Kojima because they just won't be making any games at all anymore. But speaking of that last game they made, PES 2016, apparently the PC port really sucks. Yeah, if you look on Steam, players have been complaining that the PC version of the game is not a PS4 and Xbox port, it's basically a PS3 and Xbox 360 port. Damn, you don't fuck with PC gamers with that stuff because if it's one thing they take really seriously, it's their graphics and the ability to have really cool and good ones because that's why they PC game. And if you take that away from them, they will rebel on Steam and burn down the comments and the reviews. And that's exactly what happened. And you know what? Konami, I don't even have anything to say to you anymore. But speaking of Konami, Metal Gear Solid 5 is weird. Like I've said, I'll take any opportunity to talk about Metal Gear Solid 5. And once again, it's in the news this week because of how unfinished it really seems to be. I'm not going to spoil anything, but maybe story-wise, it does seem very unfinished. But now we're getting news of cutscenes that really wrap some certain things up that would have been really cool. Some clever people out there have unearthed a unfinished cutscene that is like an extra mission in the game that wraps up a certain side story that was actually really important to the main game. And it seems like a really awesome mission and really missed potential for, you know, adding a couple of really cool elements to the story that I would have enjoyed as a hardcore Metal Gear fan. Then there's also this other little side ending that players can apparently unlock, but nobody has actually really technically unlocked. The only people that have unlocked it are people who have able to go in and hack the game's files, unlocking an ending, not spoiling anything that has to do with like nuclear and it deals with nuclear proliferation. But earlier this week, according to a Konami community manager, he said that players haven't actually seen everything the game has to offer yet. So what the fuck else can we unlock? You know, Metal Gear Solid 5 is a really fun game to play. It's absolutely incredible, but it is very safe to say that this game might be a little bit of a victim of Konami meddling and budget problems and elements of the story just being cut and unfinished and unfortunately slapped together. I do want to hear what you other fellow Metal Gear fans have to say about this down in the comments. Try not to spoil anything, but let's talk about it. Now let's get into vintage video game gadget port. A couple weeks ago, I brought you guys like a portable classic gaming console that you guys really loved, even though it was ridiculous and unobtainable. So I have another one. This is a stand-up arcade cabinet called Pixel Cabinet 42. The thing is completely custom designed, looks really cool, very vintage, and can play all these different games, and you can add emulators to it and program the thing to play basically any game you want. It's got a 2-player joystick setup, and it's just classic cool cabinet, and it would look cool in a living room. That being said, this thing has a limited run of 50 units, and they're $4,000. Now that we're talking about gadgets, let's go back to Tokyo Game Show for a second. Sony unveiled 4 new PlayStation 4 DualShock controllers that are absolutely sick. There's the gold, the silver, the steel black, which is really sexy, and the crystal that kind of looks like a Game Boy Color, those clear see-through plastic ones. I love it. They also announced cool removable and swappable faceplates for the PlayStation 4, which we all saw coming. We don't have any news about when it's going to be available in North America, but expect it soon. And let's end on some really cool shit and how we can tie it into gaming. You know, this show is all about cool stuff. According to some reports, LG is going to be unveiling its new rollable LED screen very soon. Now, by rollable, I mean this is like a flexible TV that you can roll up and take with you. It's supposed to be ultra portable. LG is developing new battery technology for it, so the screen might be entirely portable, and it's apparently OLED panels that bend. And I guess the future is apparently here. This is apparently going to be revealed at a trade show in Asia in January, but apparently it's just a prototype. It's not the full final product yet, and those are unfortunately a few years off. But it's cool to get a glimpse into the future, and of course, immediately I think, oh shit, this is really cool for video games because you can bring a TV wherever you want. Of course, you can get that games suitcase thing where you can put your console in with a TV, but you look a little bit like a goofball. This is really cool because you can just roll up a damn TV, throw it over your shoulder. And wow, I really hope this is a good quality TV. Like, this shit better be 4K because our standards now for TVs are higher than ever. They always get higher, so this thing is going to need to keep up. Yeah, it can roll and bend, but is it a good TV? That's what's going to matter the most. But that's all I got for you guys this week. I do want to know what you guys think of all this gaming news stuff down in the comments below. What was your favorite news story from Tokyo Game Show? What are you the most hyped about? Metal Gear fans, I really want to hear what you think about me saying it's unfinished. Are you mad at me? Do you not agree with me? Or is it totally clear the writing is on the wall? And you know, if you could pick one of those new DualShock controllers, which one would it be? Let me know. I would definitely pick the clear plastic one because I think that's the coolest. But if you guys did have a good time watching this video, maybe click the like button because that's the best way you can help me out. And if you're new around these parts, subscribing is the best thing you can do because we put out this show every Friday and every day we put out new videos on the channel. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.